Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast.
Now in session. What's happening, everybody? Happy Sunday. That's right. Doing another podcast on Sunday morning. Sorry I didn't do one last week. Man, I'm such a lazy shit. And a busy shit, too. I tell you what, guys. Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast. Thank you for clicking in and giving me your ears for a little bit. I don't know how long it's going to go. Got some things to talk about. First off, cheers. I'm drinking my coffee. That's right. I don't booze in the morning, guys. I know some people out there think I'm a raving alcoholic, but no. It's my second cup. In my beautiful tin coffee mug that looks like marble. It's blue and it's got like the white specks throughout. It's so good. So good. I love it. Makes the coffee taste better. But what's happening, guys? Well, first off, I want to express my thank yous to anybody that was listening to or watching the vodka stream on Friday. And then I let it be known that I was dedicating it to my uncle, who is battling health issues right now, really bad. And all the thank yous and all the cheers and even just like messages sent to me. Great stuff. It sucks, man. It's definitely. It was difficult to do that vodka stream. It really was, because I had talked to him like an hour before I started. So, and I hadn't talked to him. It's been a while since I talked to him. And this is what sucks about the whole thing, is because he lives up in Washington. Mainly, I would see him when we'd all get together, whether it be at Lake Havasu or somewhere over here, anything like that. And I haven't seen him in probably 3 or 4 years, probably long, maybe 5, I don't know. It's been a bit. There's other reasons for that too, just stupid family shit, which is, you always, anytime something like this happens and it's with someone that's, there's that maybe hasn't been the best all the time, you kind of go, it just sucks when you kind of lose communication, and then all of a sudden, when you finally talk to them again, they're sick. It's just, that's what's shitty about it all. I don't know. It's just, that's what, I guess this past week has really been going through my head, and then you got my mom, who's just a mess when it comes to, she's calling up crying and trying to comfort her. And then it just sucks, because overall, my Uncle Mike's a great dude. We always got along. It was always fun when we hang around. We were the ones that, when it came to beer, we loved Miller High Life. We always shared our love for Miller High Life. And it's just, I was not prepared to, when I called him on Friday night. I was gonna push it off and just wait till today to call him, but then my mom let it be known, you better just call us soon. It's just not looking good. So I called him, and it's just, wow, just listening to his voice and not sounding like him, it was brutal. I broke down after I got off the phone, and then I called my mom, and we talked for a bit and stuff. So it was a little rough, man. That was a little bit of a rough vodka stream, but I was like, I'm still gonna do it. Still fine. I got it all out. It was nice talking to my mom. It's easier to talk about now. Of course, it's still, once if it happens, it's gonna be pretty brutal. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody. You guys are awesome, as per usual. I'm trying to not start off on a big downer, but it just, I don't know, it's just been here. I lost my grandma at the beginning of the year, and now it's like uncle now. It's like, god damn. What is happening? 2020, everybody's just losing their fucking minds. And it's that's the way it is. It's the way it's gonna be, of course, because we're dumb. We are dumb. We are so dumb. A lot of it. There's just this presidential race. First off, how the fuck is Biden winning? I don't get it. They're trying to destroy Bernie like they did last time. I mean, obviously, my vote would have went to Andrew Yang or Tulsi. I'm like, get somebody young in there who's got some fresh ideas, who can have a conversation with the right and the left. Biden can't do that. Bernie can't do that. Warren couldn't do that either. I'm glad she's out. That chick is probably the biggest liar on the stage. I can't believe she made it that far and people praised her. Celebrities praised the shit out of her when she got caught lying so many times on big fucking things. Like her heritage, and when I don't know, there was like a thing where she said she had to leave her teaching job because she got pregnant. That ended up being a lie. She kept on trying to fluff up all the PC shit, like one just big time, over and over again, and kept getting busted with the lies. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how people don't see that shit, and they just put blinders on. And then when she get asked about what she's gonna do with like the universal healthcare thing, how are you gonna achieve it? She would just fucking beat around the bush. She would step around it because nobody knows how to. I think there are some people that get an idea. I mean, I remember Andrew Yang when I was listening to him on a podcast. The idea was brought up about the universal base income, which I thought was a good idea. At first, it doesn't sound like a good idea because you're like, where's that money going to come from? And are people going to really? And then he's like, oh, the money comes from the tech corporations because they are using your name to sell and sell. I mean, it's crazy that we're in this world where literally we're always being sold something. It doesn't matter. I mean, it was always outside. Is it ever just like, you ever just think about that? I guess I do because I sit in fucking traffic all the time. And you just kind of like, you look around and everything you're constantly being sold something. There's billboards everywhere. A bus passes you with a billboard on it. You're listening to music if you're listening to the radio, then of course, yeah, all the time you got commercials. I listen to podcasts, but what happens in the middle of those podcasts? They read off ads. Constantly being sold something. You look at your phone, you're constantly being sold something. You're going to a website. I mean, that's just what makes the world go round. I mean, I'm not going to say like, hey, that's how I make my money online. That's just what it is. If you want to give out free content, there's going to have to be some ads placed in front of the video or on the website or whatnot. It's just the way it is. It's a weird thing. But the fact of the matter is like these tech companies are really cashing in on your name alone. So Andrew Yang is like, well, give people $1,000 at least. I don't know how. I forgot exactly how he got to the $1,000. I think it was they were working to get it to at least $1,000. It wasn't quite there yet. But then they brought up the idea like, okay, but what if you took half that money and put it into health insurance, or you took all that money and put it into health insurance? Then everybody can have their health insurance. Great idea, right? Sounds great. Wow, look at that. If we can somehow get that money, and then if you decided like, hey, I have a good job, and then it would be for everybody too, and that's the thing. And like people who don't need it would just put it back into the system, which then could get put back into healthcare. It's like a lot of good ideas coming from that man, and then even from him talking to like somebody like Adam Carolla or somebody or Joe Rogan or somebody. They like kind of brainstorm like how if rich people don't need it, it can go back into the system and it could go into a healthcare system, and I don't know. It's just so, but you don't hear this kind of stuff from any of these other old fucks. Biden is losing his fucking mind. You just listen to him talk. He sounds like it's like, Mom, Grandpa's trying to speak again. He can't. It's so bad. He's gonna go up against Trump. Trump's gonna demolish him. Even Trump fucking slurs his shit sometimes. But Trump's still, he's not like Biden is. He's gonna get destroyed in the debates. It's gonna be entertaining. Really, it's gonna be fucking entertaining. I'll watch. It's gonna be fucking. Just buckle up, folks. Another 4 years of Trump. And don't worry, it's not gonna be that bad. I know everybody puts a doomsday on everything. I had somebody respond to. Somebody that I follow and follows me. He's black, and he goes, well, I think you'll be fine, but I won't be. And I'm like, you'll be fine. Trust me. What do you think's going to happen? I should have asked that. Like, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think that they're just going to go around in trucks and round up all the people of color? Is that what's going to happen? No, that's not what's going to happen. And then I would always ask, too, like, Okay, if you think like something really bad's gonna happen, what's your backup plan? Are you planning on moving to Canada? Are you planning on moving somewhere else, Australia or something like that? And generally, the answer is no, because you don't really think that. You're just too busy reciprocating on what you heard on the media or read at Los Angeles or the New York Post or whatever the hell. It's just really sad. I mean, like I said before, I've said it. I've actually had somebody said that my Mexican side family should worry about Trump, and I'm like, some of them actually voted for him. Sorry. They're not worried, and you shouldn't be either. We got it so good here. I mean, I always just have to like sit back and be like, wow, we really do have it nicely. I mean, right now it's Sunday morning. I'm in my pajama pants, sipping coffee, recording a podcast in a makeshift, not even barely anything studio. On the internet. I got information at my fingertips. I got the practical jokers on the TV, which I love. On my flat screen TV, I just got a message from one of my friends. I mean, come on, guys. People. Why are things so... I don't know. It's just funny. Politics is dumb. Politics is dumb. So, anyways, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because it's just sad. I do not understand how and I'm thinking, it's got to be money. I don't know. When you see these people debate, like I don't watch the debates, but I saw clips, of course, in my timeline, and you're just going, what is going on here? The reality show of United States politics. Fucking hell. And I mean, that's why Trump won, because of that. I mean, my God, he was a reality TV host. So why not make him president? And almost, I mean, Idiocracy, whatever that. Remember that Mike Judge movie? You're pretty much. I mean, I need to watch that movie again because a lot of things have come true. 100 fucking %. Jeez, it's just nuts. But it's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be really stupid. It's just funny how people are really like, so many media, everything are just really going, you gotta vote, because they realized that nobody was really giving a shit till Trump won. He's gonna win again. It's just gonna happen, and we'll be okay. The only thing I worry about is him pissing off almost pissing off another world leader that's gonna send a nuclear bomb up our ass. It's really what that's the big fear. I mean, I like the fact that he has balls, and he had balls to like go to North Korea and just approach that guy and talk to him and kind of be like civil with him, which no other president has done, which I was like, good for you, man. Good for that. Just be careful. Okay? Don't let your ego, remember you got like 350 million people over here that are like, hey, they're behind you. They're like, hey, not behind you in the sense, but, behind you in the sense of that we're behind him, as in if they send a nuclear bomb somewhere over here, it's coming for a group of us or a section of us. Anyways, what else was I gonna? Yeah, thank you for the support. I have stuff written down, of course, but yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? It's only gonna get worse. I'm so fucking tired. I mean, when they did the voting recently, this Super Tuesday, you get those damn political ads, and it's just. I mean, Biden, I think Biden, too, I saw, he says if he gets elected president, he's going to have cures for cancer, diabetes, and I'm like, what the fuck? This guy is just straight out lying. Just 100%, just promising bullshit. That he's going to have cures for all these major diseases. It's just like, he knows he doesn't stand a chance. And then you got Bernie, who's also a grumpy old man, but at least he could talk. He's a grumpy old man, though, and I like some of the things that he has to say. I don't like the whole socialism thing because socialism just doesn't work when it comes to a big population. Small population could work. I mean, there's always socialism in the home. Anytime you have a family, that's socialism, big time, and that always works because you got one or two people making the money, and then they disperse it throughout the household. Even like if it's like an extended family thing too, that also works, Every family does that when you have people that need help, especially if they're older. Yeah, that's when socialism works. And maybe it could work in a small town. I don't know. I don't even know if it could do that. But yeah, once you start getting those big numbers, it's capitalism all the way, folks. Come on. Yeah, it's just the way it is. We all do it. And we're all using products of capitalism. Obviously, using a service to record my audio. Same thing. All the internet stuff. And yeah, it's just all that. My phone, my everything. That's what it is. It's good. It's good. Everybody capitalizes too. You know, when some new saying comes out, somebody tries to put it on a shirt or a coffee mug or something like that. It's just the way it happens. But let's talk about Ben Affleck. Son of a bitch. I love it when he has a lot of people are also freaking out that Justice League movie or Justice League Web or WB Twitter handle tweeted out celebrating Power Women and posted a shot of the group standing there with Wonder Woman right there. Just a group when they're out in the field. It's of course got all the red and orange everywhere. So you got everybody freaking out like, oh my god, this Twitter handle, they have not tweeted anything in 2 years. Well, not true. They retweeted something last year that celebrated the happy birthday of Gal Gadot. They also retweeted Shazam, and they retweeted Aquaman and everything. So it hasn't been. I guess they were talking about actual tweet. The last time they actually tweeted was August of 2018. So about a year and a half ago, folks, when they tweeted out the poster of Arthur Curry. But they're freaking out because of that. I mean, I get it, folks. I get it. But, I mean, we just gotta relax. It's hard to contain, and I'm always getting hit up. What does this mean? What does this mean? And I'm like, and of course, you know, I'm gonna say like, I don't think it means anything. You just gotta be patient, please. Just a little patience, as I always like to recite that Guns N' Roses song. Yeah, and then of course BVS is the same thing. They just did it because it's International Women's Day, and they're showing off Gal Gadot. That's just what they're doing. They're trying. I don't think it's anything. Like I said, everything right now when it comes to the Snyder Cut, it's just kind of a wait. It's being patient, patience. You know, that's all I can really say. That's all. The last I've heard, I think I said it on the vodka show. The last I heard is just waiting to hear back. Like, hey, what's the number? Did you get? He's met with them. Giving them a number, trying to get a budget going. So, yeah. I don't know. We just gotta see, man. Just gotta wait it out. It's not gonna be instant too. If they were to announce it, say they were announced it in May, like when HBO Max finally gets out there to the ether, and they announce it. It's not gonna be instant. It's not gonna just happen like the following weekend or anything like that. I wouldn't be surprised. I would think that it would be released next year, beginning of next year, to be honest. Because obviously he wants to do additional photography. Hopefully he gets his budget for that, and then he's got to finish up everything else. You know, that's pretty much what it is. Got to finish. Just got to finish it up. Everything's got to get finished. And I know a lot of people would push back against that. I think less people are pushing back against that because they're kind of realizing like the shots that he's released, yeah, they're unfinished. Some of them are unfinished. And I'm like, well, and then what are they in black and white? And it's like, they kind of hide and I said it before, they kind of hide the imperfections. And that's a true statement. That's all. But of course, you know, I don't want to hopefully engage or enrage some of those many few that are, he said it's done! Say it's done! He's not lying to us. How dare you? It's fine. It's whatever. You know, it's going to be interesting to see if he gets he rounds up some of those people to come back to do some additional photography. I mean, my God, it's 4 years later, you know, since they originally filmed that movie. It's fucking crazy to think about. But Mr. Affleck, yeah, I mean, he's been talking about it, which is great, and showing his support, which is great, and it'd be awesome if everybody would show his new movie support, but it only made about $8 to $10 million, something like that. So not quite. Nope. And then it's funny because some of the diehards won't show support because it's still a Warner Brothers movie. So they won't do any. Yeah, they won't show any support of that yet. But yet they're depending on Warner Brothers to release the Snyder Cut. I don't understand the logic. And then they of course will tweet without hesitation publicly, just like that they're, torrent, I'm just going to download it illegally. Fuck them. It's like, okay, you're just going to admit that you're going to do something illegal. You're so fucking cool behind your keyboard and your avatar. Look at you go. Check out this guy. Yeah. We don't know what he looks like or sounds like or anything. He hides behind an avatar and his keyboard. And look at him go, man. Puff up his chest saying he's going to fucking illegally download this movie. Look at him go. God, parents must be fucking proud. Oh, Jesus. But, Yeah, that's just, it's so fucking stupid. Twitter was a mistake. Social media was a mistake. Although it can be entertaining. And, I always look at the good. I love the fact that I can, if I'm bored, I can just look at my feed, see what's going on. Information at my fingertips. But yeah, I could just, when the negative and stupid shit comes about, you're like, God damn, what's going on? But Affleck, yeah, I would say go see the movie. It's a very self-contained story. It's a small story, but you can see why Affleck wanted to do it because, it really strikes. It really hits home for him with the character. It's funny too because when the movie ended, some chick in the theater was like, "What? Like that's it?" I'm like, I guess she was expecting one of those like the normal cliche ending of a sports movie that just ends with the big game and the celebration. Woo! It's like, no, it's not that. There is that, but it doesn't end exactly like that. I'm not going to spoil it for you. It just doesn't end in the normal way, which is good. We don't need the cliche ending. It's not the fucking Mighty Ducks or something, It's nothing like that. So, yeah, go support it, man. Even if you wait till it comes out on video, rent it. Don't illegally stream it. Show the man some support. He's showing support for the Snyder Cut, especially. And for Zack Snyder. He's been talking about his love for Zack Snyder. That's why I say if anybody's going to come back that's going to be huge, it's going to be Ben Affleck. He would, and he's in that shape again, And I know some people are like, oh, he wouldn't get in that mega shape. I'm like, he doesn't need to get in big-time mega shape. He looks really good right now. He looks really healthy. He doesn't have to go crazy and get into BBS shape. The only reason why I got in that crazy BBS shape was for his fucking workout montage. Come on! It's funny, I'm telling you, just listen to Hugh Jackman. Yes, he gets in, like, big-time shape, but he gets in, like, super incredible dehydrate myself shape for the shirtless scenes. And I'm sure Affleck probably did that, too. He probably was dehydrated just to show that more of that definition. But if he's just got that base, which he does, just put the costume on, it's going to look perfectly fine, okay? It's going to look fine. The costume has padding. Let's face facts. It does have padding. So don't even, no fretting on that. But I think if anybody would come back, it would be him for sure. But right now, he's apparently making us all jealous, pretty much globally. Him and Ana de Armas are dating. They've been seen out in Cuba, the Cuban area. And I'm just like, this guy talks. I just love it when they show pictures of him with Jennifer Garner, because they still have a cordial relationship, especially for their kids. And it just looks like Ben Affleck's like, hey, he wants her back. Like, he just does. And then you hear in interviews how he's like, oh, the biggest regret of my life was fucking up our marriage, with all my shit that I had. And while that's happening, he's in a tropic, exotic location with Ana de Armas. You fucking asshole. You fucking asshole. God. You want to talk about big dick energy, that motherfucker. And let's face facts, we've all seen the dong from, if you haven't seen Good Girl. Yeah, that's... yeah, Affleck was all for that. That shot, because there was no need to show dong in Good Girl, but they do. If that movie... It's so funny because, where we are right now with everything, anytime, objectification of women, that movie is like doesn't objectify males big time. 100%. First off, the Rosamund Pike, her character is pretty much like just fucking with Ben Affleck's character all the way to the end. It's bad. My God. And then when she's in the shower too, you see no nudity from her. I'm like, what the fuck? You just see her bare back and her butt dimples, but that's it. You don't see a butt, nothing. And I'm like, come on. But you get to see Neil Patrick Harris's ass and back sack, and then you get to see almost a close-up of fucking Ben Affleck's dong. That movie, woo! We don't talk about how that movie was just like, that was for females. It's called Gone Girl, for shit's sake. And it objectifies the men and kind of like makes the men just be kind of chumpy in that movie, be chumps. And, yeah, it's just like, come on now. Ben Affleck was fine with it. He's like, yeah, all right. You know, you fluffed it nice and well where it hung low. What? Where's this podcast going, guys? I just realized, what am I doing here? This podcast went from, hey guys, hey, what's going on? Thanks for the support, to let's talk about Affleck's dong. Okay, let's get off that subject. I'm sure Anna is enjoying herself. Is this what happens after 2 cups of coffee? But, yeah, good for him. Good for him. It's just funny. That's all. I mean, why not? And, of course, a lot of people out there are mentioning how everybody goes like Film Twitter is freaking out about it. I don't even know who Film Twitter is, to be honest. I just see shallow people, mainly shallow women, on my timeline that are just saying how gross it is. And then they, of course, bring in Zach Braff? Jeez, I don't even remember how to say his damn name. Who's dating what's her name? Miss Pugh, Florence Pugh. They bring up both of them because both, you know, he's like in his 40s and she's in her late 20s. It's like, fucking let these girls live. If they're in love with somebody that's 15 years old on, so be it. I mean, God, just wait till 5 years. It's not going to last. I'm so cynical when it comes to that stuff, aren't I? No, it just must be. I just don't know how people. I honestly, if you're a celebrity, I don't know how you can hold a relationship. I really don't. I don't know how you can maintain. I mean, I could see. I mean, there are people out there. Of course, there's couples that have made it, and I get it that's the case. But you kind of wonder, like, well, how is Kevin Bacon and his wife? I forgot what her name is. The other, I forgot her fucking name. How have they lasted for so long? You know, and Kevin Bacon's kind of a stud. How have they lasted for almost 30 years? I mean, do they have an open relationship? Do they invite people in? I've heard that about Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, that they have an open relationship and they invite people in. I've heard that. I've heard that's happened with a lot of celebrity couples. That's just how they have to do it. It's just odd. How, and then you just always hear about them, you know, separating, divorce. I mean, the odds are against you if you're just a normal civilian, people. The odds are already against you. But when you're a celebrity, oh, it's big time. So I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand. They want to have a family. They want to have kids and stuff. Cool. And hopefully maybe you can do that. But I mean, let's face facts. It's just especially when you got women just constantly throw themselves at you. I mean, my God. That's why when you hear about, like, you know, people cheating, I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't know. Someone's talking outside. Creepy. So anyways, what else do we want to talk about? Yeah, so good job for Ben Affleck. Good for him. You know, let him have his fun. People. You know, he went through a rough patch. Hopefully he's remaining sober. I don't think Anna is a big drinker herself, maybe. So hopefully, it's cool. It's totally cool. Anyways, what else? Coronavirus, guys, don't let's stop freaking out about it. I just saw a thing too. You know, one of the things that we're not mentioning about the coronavirus, because it's obviously it's not good for news because they want to keep us scared. We're not talking about the people who are recovering, who attract it, who recover from coronavirus. Okay, the media is just doing nothing but giving you the death rates, the death tolls, and everything. That's all they're doing. And how many people can get infected and the death tolls. They're not talking about the people who are recovering from it, which are a lot of people. I think the people recovering outnumbers the people who are dying. But that's not going to get you scared. That's going to relieve you. So let's just think about that. Of course, yeah, take your precautions. It's fine. But of course, it's just getting all blown out of proportion as it usually does. It's crazy. It's dumb. And then, of course, the healthcare argument gets thrown into that as well. Cool. I mean, if you get it, no matter what your the healthcare situation is, just go in and do it. Guys, I mean, I almost died myself because my appendix partially blew up. And I went in and without health insurance. And they still fucking saved my ass. Of course, yeah, I'm still working on how am I going to pay for all that stuff, but there are ways to do it, and it's finally getting to the point where I'm gonna have to do those ways. I'm gonna have to actually get all consolidated and shit. It's not fun, but it's not like they're just gonna turn you down. I know there's always you always hear about a story where they just like, oh, they turned the person down because they didn't have health insurance. Yeah, that does happen, but most of the time it does not. You know, people just are like, yeah. And then, I don't know. It's such a weird thing. The health insurance thing is such a fucking weird thing. It's such a weird thing. Oh my God. People are really freaking out. Why do people do this? People! And this is what I'm talking about. And I get it. We haven't heard anything a lot from Snyder or news about the Snyder Cut, so now we got to start doing this stuff. People think that there's a Joker Easter egg in BVS behind Clark when he's talking about the Bat Vigilante, and then Lois comes into the conference room, the water wet scene. Behind Clark, there's a newspaper. It's blurry, but there's somebody's photo on it, and people think it's like a Joker mugshot. It's not. It's not. It's not a Joker. It's not. It's not. Not. It's not even possible. I don't know how that's possible. No, I don't even think they had like the Joker look yet when they filmed this. I'm sorry. It's just not. I'm gonna respond to this one. I love your guys' imagination and your optimism, but I can't. But it's too much sometimes. It's just fucking too much. Just gotta relax a little bit. I don't know. That's just the way it happens. But yeah, when it comes to coronavirus, stick a lime in that shit and down it. Okay? We're gonna be okay. I mean, famous last words, right? Unless nobody's turning into zombies, right? That's a good thing. Anyways, so I think we just all need to relax. You know what you should do, and this is what I did recently, guys. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. If you live in a spot, either you have a balcony or a patio or a porch or anything, just fucking put a chair out there, comfy. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. I put one of those fold-out lawn chairs. I forgot what they call those kind of chairs. Out there, and then of course I have another chair, and I put my feet up. And I'm just gonna chill. Just chill. Just listen to the world. Of course, I'm close to a freeway, so I hear the freeway. Possibly a ghetto bird up there. I don't live in the best of neighborhoods. And I'm just like sipping on something, just chilling. I do that mainly on the weekends. I didn't do it last night, but Friday, just chilled for about an hour. Just chill. Just disconnect. Didn't look at my phone. Nothing. Just chill. Just me. Just thinking about shit. It was after the vodka stream. I was thinking about, my uncle, family, stuff like that. Just it was nice. Just do that. Just disconnect. Go outside. Relax. Sit. Just take it in. That's all we gotta do, guys. Just try to do that. It's actually very nice. It's healthy. All right, let's get to answering questions here. If you want to ask me a question, the best way to do it is #FilmJunketPodcast. Did I put Film Junkie Podcast? Oh, shit. No. Somebody else did. Wait. Film Junket. Did I? I didn't. Hopefully I didn't. Oh, man. Hold on. Did I fuck up? Oh. There we go. Okay, found the hashtag. I was like, wait, did I fuck up? No, I didn't. Okay, here we go. Comic Brooks. He asked, hey, Dave, how'd you come up with the idea for Casual Batman? Also, what's your opinion on fan art? I think fan art's great when it's done very well. Casual Batman came about when I received the Batman mask, like years and years ago. It just kind of just came about. I got it in the mail. I ordered on Amazon, got it in the mail, and I put it on, and it just came out. And I started just doing like, what's going on? Yeah. And it just that's where it just brewed. It came from the mask. It came from putting on the fucking mask. I know I need to do another Casual Batman video with newer stuff. I'm going to do that next weekend. I actually bought a new mask, so I'll incorporate something with that too. Because the other one was ripping. I've had it for years. And, the color, there's, a couple spots where, the color just wasn't there. So, yeah, that's how it happened. And it just kind of brewed into a character like that. He's just casual. He wears casual clothing. But with a mask, it looks ridiculous. I thought about adding the gauntlets. I don't know. I might. Add the gauntlets, too. Maybe I should add the gauntlets. Eric M. Blake, he said, hey, Dave, I bounced this idea off Chris Wong Swinson and Victor during their interview, and I love your 2 cents. With the pattern of Zack Snyder's DCU films being half hour more than the previous one, Zack's Justice League 2 would be 4 hours if he keep the pattern. Think he would? Mr. Blake, I love your optimism and your tinfoil hat theories. No, they would not make Justice League 2 4 hours. It would just be Justice League 2 and then Justice League 3. That's what they do, because it'd be one giant story and they divide it up. They would not make a 4-hour Justice League movie. Come on, man. It's just the way it ends up being. I mean, Man of Steel was about one hero. BVS was about 3 heroes, mainly 2. And then Justice League, of course, is about 5, 6 heroes. 7, technically. It's just a bigger story, so of course they're going to be longer fucking movies. It wouldn't be that, I mean, the original BVS cut, like what Snyder originally, and it sucks that I think he was just okay with a 3 hour and 2 minute cut. I mean, it was like 3 hour and 15, 20 minute cut at first. And that the assembly cut was over 4 hours. And then he cut it down to where his Justice League cut was 3 hours and 15 to 20 minutes. Which, of course, is, way longer. So, no, that's not going to be the case. Matt McGough asked, when do you think we'll get our first Army of the Dead trailer? I'm wondering if it's going to be like CinemaCon or something, possibly. I think, maybe this month. CinemaCon's at the end of this month, right? So, I wouldn't be surprised. That's when I think it would happen. That'd be a good place to show it. Kiki Yan asks, would you rather see the Snyder Cut or a Killing Joke movie with Joaquin Phoenix as Joker and Affleck? Jesus Christ. That'd be an interesting one, but no, I'd rather see the Snyder Cut. Definitely rather see the Snyder Cut. Michael Manette, he asked, do you think Justice League Dark Apocalypse War was inspired by Snyder and Terrio's original Justice League film plan? What with the plots being about the heroes taking their final battle to Darkseid after a failed first attempt? I don't think so. I don't think it was that, because in the story details when it incorporates future and past. I mean, I haven't seen Apocalypse War. If it delves into time travel and a possible apocalyptic future, then yes. But if it didn't, then no. Because, that's the ideas were there was going to be more mention of that apocalyptic future. There was going to be more in that in the Snyder Cut as well as Justice League 2 and just stuff like that. I don't think there was anything that was let's bring the fight to them kind of thing. I think it was always the fight was here. Dave Anderson asks, if you could only ask Zack Snyder one question, what would it be? Well, I've asked him more questions than that. If I can only ask him one question, what would it be? On a busy night or a busy day, like a 12-hour, 13-hour, 14, 15, 16-hour work day, and you just want to have a drink and just chill, what would that drink be? Hey, you asked. Jeff Z99 asked, Tom Holland has been officially cast as the Batmobile, Joker, Catwoman, Big Bertha, Vandal Savage, and Granny Goodness. What role would Holland pick up as well? Yeah, a lot of people have been like, we got to have this conversation, and then putting Tom Holland. It's just a joke, and a lot of people are being serious about it, which is really dumb. Because there's a lot of people that just love Tom Holland. They're putting Tom Holland in a lot of things because there's like a branch of movie Twitter, film Twitter, I guess you could say, out there that just loves Tom Holland like crazy. So they're putting him in like everything. I don't know what I'd put Tom Holland in. It's always like, of course, stuff in like DC. I don't want him in DC. Keep him as Spider-Man. When it comes to anything else, I can't really think of what else he would be. It's just that long running joke. I actually was gonna do mine and say like, come on, he should be Alfred. Can you imagine if instead Bruce Wayne? If he said instead Bruce Wayne, like instead of getting a Robin, which of course naturally, if Tom Holland was gonna be anything, obviously he would fit the bill as a Robin. Just have him be Alfred. He turns him into Alfred instead. He would be my servant, not my sidekick. Anyways, guys, like I said, if you ever want to ask me a question, If you ever want to ask me a question, oh, God damn it. If you ever want to ask me a question, sorry, I just read a tweet. If you ever want to ask, sorry, I was stretching too. Wow, multitasking. I tell you, when I do these podcasts, caffeinated as opposed to sipping on alcohol, it's a different, I just run my mouth off, guys. But yeah, if you want to ask me a question, Film Junket, hashtag Film Junket Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and everything. This will be on SoundCloud too if you want to subscribe over there. I'm going to probably put it on iTunes eventually. I'll see what happens with that. And do all that. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon if you want to help out. And of course, shirts down below. All right, guys, love you. Talk to you later.